Happy New Year, crafty friends.
Happy New Year.
Okay, so we didn't do a video yesterday. Sorry about that. We just got a little, wrapped up in what we were doing and stuff. And we had to go take care of a few things with my mom. So that took a lot of the day. So anyway, we did get some things done, but it was late last night. Then we were sorry we didn't do a Happy New Year video. So now we're doing it is a Happy New Year video. Some things that we've done. So, first of all, I want to say that I hope everybody has a fabulous New Year and that we have lots of crafty fun and fellowship and love between each other and trust and honesty and kindness, and that we learn new things from each other and give each other encouragement and support and just be good people, because that's what we are. So now, one of the things on our list was Bestie wanted to do some decoupage. So we went to the Dollar General and we found these wooden tags. And
we should have showed the back of it so let's see what it looked like before.
Well, that's basically a wooden tag. Okay.
It is.
So last year I found these, or were we together?
I don't remember.
Anyway, these napkins. Okay. And this is what we used because we're both working on Snow and Cocoa. And that was kind of our theme that we were wanting to go by. So here's one of mine, and I used, what's this stuff called? Dragonfly glaze, and put it over. This wasn't dragonfly glaze. This was a color shift over the red, because there's a little bit of red, a funny kind of red in Snow and Cocoa. This, which is really sort of pinkish with some coral in it. So anyway, I also didn't want the hat to really look like a Santa hat, just a boggin. So I made his hat in a scarf. I cut this out of the Snow and Cocoa paper, put it on there, put a little doodah, some snow, and did his hat and the fur in his hat. And then, I had to make his eye darker because, I got to think about those eyes. And then here's one. And I was going to see. No, you can't see his body too much. But his hat, I got the snow, the sequins, and this one. I think he's my favorite. And I got little snowflakes, and I went over his body with the dragonfly glaze. And then his hat is something else. It may be dragonfly glaze too, a different color. Okay, so there's that one. Then I used some snow. And then these two, I decoupaged the tag, and then I glued these Snow and Cocoa ephemera pieces and cut aparts on there and put some snow and some glitter and made it fun. And then this is my last one. And one of our things was to do foam roses. And I started working on it yesterday, and then I was like, do you ever start doing something and then you're just kind of like, this isn't my jam right now. So I made this one, and then I was like, this isn't my jam right now. Let's do something else. So I did make this one, and I love it. I mean, I do love it. And also, I had been playing with foam from Walmart, the real thin foam that you get in the craft section. And then, I saw where you can buy foam that's specially made for this. So I thought, well, is there a difference? So I got white, and this was white, and I colored it with Prismacolors, and then did all my shaping and everything. And I think that I actually like the Walmart kind better. It seems to have more give, and you can be rougher with it. I pulled a couple of these petals off heavy-handedly, trying to shape them. And
the other kind?
No, the white. The stuff that's actually made.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. For making flowers. So, that's probably me and, practice and all that. But anyway, after I pulled a few petals off, I got a little frustrated, and then I was like, okay, time to move on. Okay. So there are mine. Now, Bestie, you want to do yours?
Yeah. Mine are totally different, of course.
Here, hand it to me.
Hand it to you?
Yeah.
Alright. Mine is totally different. I don't even know if I can use mine with the snow and cocoa paper. But anyway, I can always do it with something else. So anyway, that's the cocoa and fuzzy socks. So that's one of the pages out of the Snow and Cocoa book. And we just cut those sayings out of that.
Oh, we didn't. I didn't say how we did it.
Yeah.
We couldn't find a Mod Podge, so we used gesso, and we covered the tag with gesso, and then we tore pieces of the napkin and stuck it on there, and then fussy cut the little bird out and put him on, and the sayings and put them on. It's just layers of gesso and paper until you get it like you want it.
And then was it Snowtex?
Yes.
What is it? Okay, Snowtex.
Uh-huh.
And then I actually use Winkostella on my bird.
Yeah, y'all can see that.
And so anyway.
There's that one.
There's that. And I need to put a little snow pom-pom on his hat. And I use that color sheen on his hat and scarf too, but I did Winkostella on the rest of it. And snuggle up and keep warm.
Mm-hmm. Oh, speaking of which, I'm going to try this, and I'll do it after. Okay, so I got this adhesive spray. Y'all have seen it at the Dollar Tree. So, while she's talking about these, I'm going to spray one and sprinkle it with glitter and see if it sticks. So, I'm going to slide back and let her slide in.
All right. Well, anyway, yeah, I don't know if these will go with Snow and Cocoa because it doesn't really look like it does. But anyway. Hello, Winter. But those on the napkins that we used and Fussy cut the birds out of, we actually tore the ply. Was it 2-ply napkins?
It was 3.
3-ply. Mm-hmm. So we actually tore those apart and just used the one with the decoration on it. And then I got kind of crazy with this one and put some glitterific on his hat. So I definitely think he's not going to go with the Snow and Cocoa. But, you know how I get crazy with some glitterizing. And it says, let's make snow angels. Okay. And then she taught me about how to make the rosettes. So that's all I've done is just do the rosette part. So I haven't actually decorated any of them yet. But I've got several. See, mine are just plain right now. And some of the holes are bigger than others. Takes practice, I think, to do that kind of thing. So, are you ready, Toots?
Yeah, I am slowly.
She's ready. Okay.
Oh, okay, so I sprayed it with that beacon spray. This is the one y'all saw before. Sprinkled it with
cool
diamond glitter, and then I sprayed it again to set it. And
I like it.
There's some coming off, but it's not real dry yet.
Well, you just did it.
Yeah, I know. So I will.
I may have to try that too.
Let y'all know if that. Look at that.
I know.
Okay, so this is the same effect that using the. Let's see. I can't remember what it's called. There's a product from, and I probably should have cleaned that nozzle off, from Tim Holtz that you spray, and then you have this. Would you clean that nozzle off while I'm talking?
I will.
This glitter dust, and it sprays and you turn it like this. It's real weird. And you pump it with it out like this. Well, like this. Okay? Like that. And it puts the finest shimmer, like vintage ornaments used to have, that just real fine
Well, that looks
which is what this looks like.
It looks like it's snowing on. You know, real fine snow.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's cool.
That's the look I'm looking for. Anyway, I have the Tim Holtz stuff at home, and I used it like once, and I did not clean the nozzle, and now I can't get it to work.
Oh, no.
And I soaked it in water. Of course, I could paint it on, but one of the things about it being in a spray form is that it's so fast, you know. You don't have to mess up a brush. You don't, you know, all that stuff.
Can you pour it in another spray bottle?
Well, I'll probably try that next. But at that point, you know, you just get at an aggravation point and you're like, ugh, no more. No more. Okay, those are yours.
Okay.
And this one's yours.
Now, was there something else we were showing?
Yours. I'm going to show these rosettes and these cards.
Okay.
And you showed your rosettes, right?
Yeah, I showed a few of them. Yeah.
Okay, so.
I haven't decorated yet.
So, the cupcake liners that I got, I'm just going to kind of go through these little quick. So, I've made card bases, but I haven't attached them yet. I'll do another video of that.
Sorry.
What's just about to
knock her out of her seat.
So, my thought is some of these have phrases on them, some of them don't. Some of the cards I will like put this one place and put a phrase on there. And my thinking is that I'm going to cut these strips, which is in the paper, and I'm going to use these for my sentiments. Okay? So, you know, that's easy enough, right? And then I'll do the inside of my card like I always do, you know, with some layers of colors and pieces and stuff like that. So, I'm going to go through these real quick. I gotta get, okay, let me get right here. And see, they're all different, but they have a snow, because I was going with the snowy winter, you know, theme, not Christmas. I didn't want, you know, and you can make it Christmassy, but that's not what I want to do for this time of year. And that one will need to probably go this way on a card. You know, not this card.
That pattern.
Right.
We got other cards made.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Yep. Whole pile of them. This one I used some of that tinsel.
That's cute.
Mm-hmm. This one is one of my favorites. I don't know why. It just kind of, something about that one makes me happy. Here's another one that's similar, but I still like the other one better. Maybe it's because it's got the little furry stuff sticking out from it. Okay, these are some chipboard pieces. This is of Snow and Cocoa.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And,
Brr.
And I used, dragonfly glaze on the R's, like it's snowy. It didn't come out as smooth as I would have liked for it to have, but look at this little fella. I made her a rhinestone rim on her hat.
That's cute.
Skate rental. This is a tree.
Oh, that's pretty too. I like that.
Yeah. Where it said ... I added the jewels. Maybe it's the bear that I like so much.
He's cute.
Yeah, he is. I think that something we also need to do when we were on our looking at the winter clearance, you know, we found those bear and fox and those wooden
those
shapes. No, the wooden shapes.
Oh, the wooden shapes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to try to before I go home. We
She's
need to do some of those.
Home. I'm gonna keep her here.
Y'all know I have to go home at some point.
No.
I must.
Can you imagine our life, our whole life? We've done stuff and laughed probably more than anybody.
And y'all, last night we talked to P on the phone. Y'all probably heard laughing from somewhere and thought, what in the world is happening?
I know Mike heard it. He was in there asleep on the other end of the house, and he heard us in there cackling.
It was us laughing and laughing
and laughing.
P is a hoot.
Yes, she is.
she was text messaging us, and she said, sometimes we need to talk. And so I thought, well, you know what? I called her. I was like,
she was
how's
sitting
now?
outside talking.
Yes, it was 40-something degrees, and she was sitting outside, and I was like, you don't need to be sitting outside talking to us. And then she said, well, I've got long johns on, and shirts, and socks, and I was like, oh, and because her husband was inside trying to sleep.
We didn't care. We stayed in the house and laughed.
Yeah, we did. We did.
Oh, boy.
Let's see. Did I already show this one? I don't know.
I don't remember.
Okay, I'm not sure if that's all of them or if it's not, but
Let's
anyway.
just go make a second round.
No, I don't want to make them crazy. So here's my card bases. So this will be what I've got them ready, like I showed in my video. This is the quickest way for me. That's what I was telling her. She's got the Snow and Cocoa pad, and she said, what would you do? Cut all apart first. And I said, the way I do it is I cut everything apart. I kind of try to organize it. I cut my card fronts. I do my card bases. And, and then I have little piles. And so since I had these cupcake liners and I wanted to make ephemera out of each one, the easiest way to do that was to make all of those first. And then I decided what kind of little pieces of ephemera to go on each one. And after I got my ephemera on, then I went back and decorated with, sequins and snowflakes and rhinestones and threads and, paint and glitter and all that. So that's how I do it. Okay.
That's a lot of them.
Yeah, and it's funny because I've been doing it this way, because I make my church cards. And now, if I sit down and try to make a single card, it's almost like my brain is like, there's too many ideas, and I can't make a decision on where to start. It's kind of strange. But it's funny how your head works like that.
My head doesn't work that way.
Okay, let me rephrase. That's funny how my head works that way.
Your head works that way. Mine doesn't do anything like that.
Yeah. Okay, so we were looking at our list. Now, what else is on our list?
Oh, that we want to
That
do.
we want to do before I go home, which will be tomorrow or the next day.
It's not going to be tomorrow, y'all. I need a refresher on making bows.
Okay, she's got a bow maker, a plastic thing, and
Let me find it. It's in the closet.
Yeah, and you wrap the ribbon around in a certain way, and it makes the exact same size ribbon bows every time. And we worked on learning how to use it before, and
my fingers don't work too well.
Remember, it's the one where I made all the bows when I went in the car on the way to the beach. The Bow Easy. It makes these sizes of bows. And this is what it looks like, this little contraption right here. And it works great, but you have to get in the swing of it. And once you get in the swing of it, you can just about close your eyes and do it. But then if you walk away from it, it's like you get rusty,
Okay, the other thing was foam flowers.
Yeah, well, I have to get in the groove for that,
I haven't learned that yet.
Yeah.
And, of course, winter and Valentine paper.
We're working on that.
We're in winter right now.
Yeah.
And a resin.
Now, I've got the resin. Part of it is, I brought it the last time I came, and we never opened it. And I don't know if I'm afraid of it or if I'm afraid of the mess of it. But I keep pushing that to the back. And then the last time we had got it out to use it, and it was like it has to have 24 hours to cure or something. And it was the night before I was going to leave. And I didn't want to leave her with a mess, so we didn't do it. So if we don't do it today, it won't get done this trip again.
And then fake snow.
Okay, I was watching a video about all the kinds of snow. The kind in the pen, which she has, Snow Tech. And then this glitter snow. Okay.
Yeah,
so let me see the pen. So I'll show you all three. And I'll show y'all the difference. Here's the pen. So it's got a felt tip nib on it.
You're not showing it.
Okay. And you press it down and it makes the liquid come out sometimes more than you'd like.
Yes.
And so it's my recommendation that you have a scrap piece of paper and that's where you push the nib down and make yourself a little pile and then dip and go back. Otherwise, you lose your control factor. It's called Snow Marker. The Snow Marker 3000. Not really. Anyway, is that what you used on your tags?
Yeah,
you put it on.
I did for the pom-pom or whatever.
And you heat it and it puffs up. Okay.
Yeah, I did use it on parts of it, but parts of it I used the other Snow Tex.
Okay, so that's that. Then the next is Snow Tex, and it looks like snow or wallpaper spackle, which it really makes me wonder, could you not use wallpaper spackle?
Oh,
and it really might be cheaper because this has no glitter in it, but
you can get glitter, right? Or you do?
I have a different kind. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So this, I didn't use this, but you did. It gives give me one of your tags, please. It gives a grainy, snowy effect with a lot of texture.
Which one you want?
It doesn't matter. Just give me that one. It looks like it has the most on it. Okay. So see the bottom of that? See how it's, okay, so pretend it doesn't have glitter on it because this kind doesn't. It's just that she sprayed it. See how it's extra texture. Okay, that's the Snow Tech. And you just put it on there and it dries. You don't heat it. You don't do anything. Okay, there's that. Then there's this, Aleene's Glitter Snow. And it looks like mousse, kind of. It's, you can see a little bit of the sparkle, but it's a much creamier, non-chunky type of stuff. And I used it on his hat. It's kind of like whipped cream. See, it even has like a dollop at the top. And it has glitter already in it. So it already has a little sparkle to it. And see, whereas hers, mine has the texture because I put the texture in there. And hers, here they are side by side. Now you can definitely see the difference there. Mine's like a smooth, windblown look. And hers is more chunky. So I love both of them. I mean, it'd be hard to say which one you like better. For me, anyway. And either one of these, you can sprinkle glitter on them while they're wet, and it'll stick to it. So if glitter is the factor, you can take care of that easily enough. So there's the review on that. And this says it's weather resistant. So, I mean,
you can stand outside with your card in your hand.
And you'd get cold, but your card wouldn't. Okay, so there we knocked out quite a few things with that video.
Yes.
So stay tuned.
Just hate we didn't wish everybody a Happy New Year last night.
I know. But we wish you one today, and we will be back on a little later with some more fun stuff. Knock some more things off of our list, or make some up that we didn't have on our list. Because we've been known to do that too.
Oh yeah.
Just depends which way the wind's blowing, as they say. So everybody, if you're watching football, hope your team wins. If you're eating, make sure you eat some greens and beans for that money and that luck. And we just had some ham and some good old homemade cornbread, and it was delicious. And tonight we're eating those beans and greens.
Yep.
So y'all have a great day, and we'll see you soon. Love you. Blessings.
Toodaloo.